like right now. I'm gonna do it right now. All right. Good morning, everybody.
Turned them around so they were off, and you had to hold the button. And lead meeting on your finger.
Good morning. It's great to see all of you again. My name is Seth Kirschenberg. I'm the Executive Director of Energy Communities Alliance, and on behalf of the ECA Executive Board, I'd like to welcome you all here. We're excited to have another cleanup workshop. We've been doing this. This is our 8th in-person cleanup workshop, and it really came out of an idea of trying to ensure that the communities around the Department of Energy facilities, the folks who work and are the contractors and who do the work at the site, along with the Department of Energy, all start working together on a project where we can get together and talk about some of the successes and lessons learned from the cleanup mission at the individual sites. And it's really been a very successful partnership over time. Just yesterday, or 2 days ago, we met and talked about workforce issues, and workforce issues are now critical. It's amazing how we've kind of evolved where we were focused on talking about budgets, process, Defense Authorization Act changes, those types of things, where we're really focused on the people who work at the sites and the critical nature of those people. And it's really a great evolution. And I was saying to our board yesterday and to the FCOG board, we had a lunch, and it's amazing that ECA has been around for 30 years now, so that's pretty amazing in itself. And when we started, the goal was to just be in the room. We were told by the person responsible for the EM program at the time, wasn't the EM program really, but we were told, hey, I don't really need to meet with you. I'm going to meet with the states and the regulators. There's just a lot of conflict. Eventually, we started working together closely, and the evolution of us being in a workforce meeting talking about solutions with the department and the contractors really was just fantastic, just to see how the communities are part of the solution as we're going through. And Ike, I definitely want to, a lot of it's due to your leadership, so we wanted to really say thank you for that. And wanted to make sure that you had an ECA hat that you could wear during the conference here. So I wanted to make sure to give you an ECA hat. There we go, perfect. Thank you. So my job is actually to tell you, don't forget exit doors, safety are in the back and on the side. If you need anything, please contact any of the staff. You saw where you checked in. If we can help you with anything, please tell us. As we talked about, the partnership is critical, that we continue to work together and meet together to talk about these issues. The latest agenda, if you look on your name tag, there's a QR code. Please use that. All of you are now used to, now it's COVID, we're used to pulling up our menus at restaurants. Now you get to pull up your agenda here. We also have, not the latest agenda, but we have an agenda in your packets in the ECA bulletin that we handed you as well, and that's there. So with that, I'm going to step out of the way and hand it over to Mayor Brent Gary, the mayor of West Richland, Washington, and the ECA chair.
Thank you, Seth. Much appreciated. And as the chair of ECA, Ike, I want to personally autograph your hat for you here. Excellent. There you go. All right, perfect. But seriously, Ike, it's your leadership, to ensure that everyone in your organization is engaged with us, and that's very important. And having them engaged with us helps us in our local governments and what we're trying to do as a group and a team together. So thank you again for your leadership. We much appreciate it. And then there's an individual that I have to mention this morning. It's our past chair. I introduced him yesterday as the legendary Ron Woody, and his successor reminded me that his first name is actually Ronald. So contrary to beliefs, Ron, where are you at this morning? There he is. Mr. Woody, thank you very much. I do not have honey to pass out like Ron does. We did bring some wine from Washington, but we've been here for a couple of days, so I'm sorry to say that the bottles are empty. But they make nice candles for the nightstand if you're a bachelor. So. As Seth said, I'm the mayor of the city of West Richland, and I'm serving as the chair of Energy Communities Alliance. A great honor to follow such a legend, Ron Woody. And as I look around the room this morning, the audience, I see a wide range of stakeholders here today, and I want to thank everybody for taking time out of your busy schedules to join us here, as well as the individuals participating virtually, which I am glad to say we're not having to do that much anymore, because now I have to dress from the waist, from the feet up. This year, our workshop's focused on clearing the decks to enable the next decade of cleanup successes. With a wide collaboration with DOE, FCOG, we've put together a great lineup of panels and speakers today. Next couple of days, you're going to hear from senior DOE officials such as the new legendary Ike White, Candace Robinson, Nicole Nelson-Jean, Day Chung, Sam Britton, and more. Several members from Congress are also going to join us. We have Congresswoman Sue Lee of Nevada, Congressman Chuck Fleshman of Tennessee, and Washington's Congressman Dan Newhouse. Along with these key decision and policymakers, our sessions will hear from perspectives from a wide range of stakeholders here, including local governments, industry leaders, and workforce and economic development partners and groups. In conjunction with the workshop, I'm proud to announce that today, ECA has released a new online guide to successful environmental cleanup. The topics and perspectives we address in this guide set the stage well for what we're going to be discussing throughout the workshop. How local governments can establish priorities for their sites, how to engage with DOE and manage risks, the role of federal budget in cleanup decisions, federal laws and their impact on cleanup and economic development opportunities around federal facilities. You can find this online guide on our website today. We have QR codes, as Seth mentioned, throughout the workshop area today. You can scan and access from your phones. This is a special meeting each year. This is the opportunity that we have to bring everybody together to discuss these challenges and opportunities for cleanup across the complex, to better understand differing priorities and perspectives. As we open the workshop, it's important to keep in mind some of the community's priorities that we know drive success. As a mayor, some at the top of my mind, meaningful involvement of local governments and headquarters and site-level decision-making. Work with DOE contractors as partners in our communities. Make sure DOE has the funding it needs to continue cleanup progress and to provide reminders of past promises and help understand the long-term goals of each of our communities. Cleanup workshop has been a viable form of trust building as we work to accomplish our common goals. This year, we're excited to continue and strengthen these important partnerships. We'd like to remind everyone in the audience that your packet today has the agenda, and it is also available on the cleanupworkshop.com. Keep your phones busy. We've got QR codes, we've got .coms, we've got all of that. And in the ECA bulletin, the agenda is also printed. Finally, I want to give a big thanks to all of our sponsors that make this meeting possible. It's not without your support that we could be here today, so it is very much appreciated. And one of our sponsors of the exhibit booths had some socks, and I've got socks. Anybody get any socks? They're great. They're perfect. So I hope you enjoy the workshop. We're excited to be in Crystal City, right? Yeah. Crystal City. Close to the airport, close to walking for shopping and some eateries and things like that. The elevators work, you get down in time, the escalators, all but one are working, so we're very thankful for this new venue here. I'm very happy, and the AC is splendid, so it's awesome. So with that, I'd like everybody to join me in welcoming the FCOG Chair, Michael Lemke. Michael.
Hey, good morning, everybody. So we're not going to talk about socks or hats. We don't have a hat. At FCOG, we do things a little more fun. We have a tattoo booth set up in Salon G, and right after your speech, it's something for you to look forward to. It does not come off. I've tried to shake it for a long time. So good morning, everybody. My name is Michael Lemke. I'm the chair of FCOG. I also have the privilege to run the Nuclear Environmental Group for Huntington Ingalls. And on behalf of FCOG and ECA, it's a real pleasure to welcome you all here today. We have more than 100 companies scattered across the country, 109, about a third of which are small businesses that are members of FCOG. So it is a real pleasure and privilege for your board to have the opportunity to advocate as members of this important community and to collaborate in an occasion like this, which our people live. Think about how FCOG and ECA dovetail. It's really focused on the people and the performance of the projects. You can't do the projects without the people. The people make up the communities that ECA represents, and the majority of the people in the communities work on for the DOE mission actually are employed. Absolute system that we live within. We continue to be focused, as we always have been, on the safe and effective operation and delivery of projects. We started, to tie it back off to workforce with you, Mr. Mayor, we started in 2019 with a strategic priority for FCOG to focus on really thinking about human capital across the complex as a supply chain. Recognizing the critical nature of that critical resource in support of the mission. And I would suggest that we have proven over time that the importance of that conversation and that focus is actually where we find ourselves today, the state of employment, et cetera. But really, I have a third job, and we've been talking about this a lot lately. It's my part-time job, or it's becoming a full-time job, is actually introducing Ike. We're trying to figure out how many times this year we've done it together, but I think it's about 12 to include yesterday. So we're going to do something different. I'm actually going to talk about you instead of just talk about you. But it's an absolute pleasure to have a chance to introduce Ike, who is, of course, and I'm not sure that everybody is aware of this. Where are our DOE partners? So this is a big milestone month. Later this month, Ike White becomes the longest serving head of EM in the history of the department. So that's pretty impressive. He was 4 inches taller when he took the job. But I think Jim is here as well. So I think Jim he even beat your record. So that's saying something. And when you look at the work that has been accomplished during your tenure, it shows the value and the benefits of stability and the importance of leadership. And I won't enumerate the successes of the program. There's many of them. But when you look at the work that's accomplished by this team, this integrated team, the members of the community, the companies in FCOG, and our DOE partners, it has been nothing but tremendous. Absolute pleasure and honor to White, the head of the